We have reached December, which means it's Christmas time. We have the peppermint bark out today. For this episode of Off Trail with Luke and Chandler, I'm Luke.
I'm Chandler.
And this is Off Trail. Once again, we're here. We've reached the most wonderful time of year.
It was a beautiful time of the year.
You know, it's amazing that it's December. The year went fast.
It really did. Yeah.
But we're here today. We're going to have a little fun with this one. Mm-hmm. This episode is kind of being released in conjunction with our 25 days of Bushwhackers. If you follow us on social media, every day up to Christmas, we are sharing some people, you know, just kind of pumping people up and making sure people get seen and get noticed. So that's what this episode is kind of for as well. We'll get into that. But first, we want to make sure if you are watching this episode on YouTube, make sure you like this video, subscribe to our channel. That's most important. But also leave a comment, especially if there's people you want to pump up too. That's what this whole thing's about. It's just a good, wholesome episode. You know, make sure our friends get noticed.
I like wholesome. I also love tasty treats.
The peppermint bark is delicious, BDOTES.
So good. Yeah.
Costco doesn't miss.
It doesn't.
No.
But yeah, and if you're also listening to the audio-only version, we're on all major podcasting platforms, so find us there as well. Now with the episode today, you know, we're taking today to hype up some people, make sure people feel seen and heard. And a lot of these people, you know, they're not going to be the big names you see on Instagram, but they're people that we feel deserve to be recognized, you know, for whatever reasons. We'll talk about that as we go. But we all have a little list we're going to share with this. And since I have the biggest one, I'm going to share first. And I want to start with the guy that I had the idea for this episode for. You know, this episode spawned trying to find people who just, you know, love what they do, and it doesn't get recognized enough. And I want to make sure those people like see that, like we see that.
Yes.
And it's an amazing thing. And the inspiration for this show comes from my guy, Karl Laws. Karl is such a great dude. He's like 21, 22. He's a young kid. He's a great photographer. And dude, Karl's the man. Like, I love getting out with him.
He is, yeah.
He's just got such a great spirit and energy. Mm-hmm. You know, we went up and did Blanche one night, and we've been out with him a number of other times as well. But he's just got a great way about things. You know, what I love most, and I've told him this too. I love most when he's on his story. He's got his phone. He's doing a little selfie video, just kind of panning around, showing the scene. Mm-hmm. He's just got the biggest smile on his face.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, you just look so happy.
Yeah.
And I love that you're happy and like you're doing what you love to do. Like, it's just amazing. And I wish more people could see that, could be like that. And it's just, I don't know, like that to me, obviously I love seeing people's photos, their work and everything. I love supporting people, but like, I love to see that even more. It's like, it's the way it should be.
Yeah. He's out there enjoying himself and just being himself.
He's being who he should be.
Yeah.
And that's the best thing you can do.
Yeah, exactly. He's got some stories too.
He does. He's the man.
He is. Yeah. He's a cool kid.
Yeah. So Karl, if you're listening, you're a homie, dude.
Yeah.
He's got some solid hair.
He does.
He's got my hair goals. Like I want hair like his.
Yeah.
His is like yours, but curlier.
It's longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'll be there one day, Karl. Don't you worry about that. So, all right, Chandler, I'm gonna throw it to you.
All right. So first on my list is our good friend. He was a Friday feature at one point in the last year or two. This is Jared Tamez.
Jared
Tamez.
What a guy.
Yeah, Jared's a good dude, and he's a great photographer. He's been a good friend too.
A great historian.
Great historian. Yeah.
I think he has a master's in history or something, right?
Something like that. Yeah. I can't remember exactly what it is, but yeah, he's a well-educated guy. He's a lot of fun to talk to, and he's a lot of fun to hang out with. He's always down to go do crazy things, and he's honestly one of the, like, his approach to photography is one of the most impressive that I've ever seen. You know, we've mentioned in a previous episode about lazy compositions and lazy approach to landscape photography.
Jared is not lazy.
Jared is not lazy. That guy will go, he'll go on a 4-day road trip down through the desert, and he will not sleep. He will not, he'll go straight for 4 days, and he'll get some of the and he'll hike for 10 miles through the middle of the night, and he'll get some of the most stunning photos I've ever seen.
He writes like a full fantasy epic on his stories
Just being like,
he does,
it's
yeah.
3 a.m. I'm out here in the middle of nowhere. I don't know where I am.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm talking like this.
But I love it though, BDOTES.
please continue.
It's like Bear Grylls-esque.
yeah.
We're out here. But yeah, he just sends
Drinking
it
from a snake.
in his little Astro van. Just
Yeah,
Going to town.
he's just a great dude, and like
Yeah.
you're right, his approach to everything is like it's just pure. It's what I'd like to see in people.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like it's admirable, it's inspirational, and yeah, he's a phenomenal dude.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
Great guy. And he, I actually went and saw, he had a little gallery showing down in Provo. I think it's over now, but it was through the month of October and November, but I don't know if it goes into December, but he had this gallery showing where he had all of his pictures, all of his photos blown up really big. And I was just walking around this room like, holy cow, like these are phenomenal. Like seeing them on Instagram just doesn't do them justice. So they're
No.
really good.
You know, and I want to be sure too, just so we don't forget, when we name these people, if you know their Instagram handle too, so we can make sure these people can be followed easily, that'd be great. Like
Yeah.
Karl Laws, dude, it's just Karl with a K _Laws, super easy. Jared is Jared Tamez Photography.
Jerry Tamez
correct?
Photography, yeah.
So like super easy. And obviously, if you guys have trouble finding people, just go to the people that we follow, and you'll find these people.
Yeah.
Like that's the easiest way to go about finding them in case you struggle for some reason.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
Vito, let's throw it over to you.
got to shout out my fellow healthcare worker, Nimit Patel.
Oh,
Nimit.
there we go. Nurse buddies.
Yeah, I messaged him the other day. I'm like, dude, it's been too long. We need to hang out. And he said, yes. And we still haven't hung out.
The relationship is a relationship of few words.
Yeah. But he's another one who takes very good pictures.
He does.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just kidding, Nimit. You know I love you.
I think maybe you're the one why he's not on Instagram as often now.
Well, see, the funny thing is me and him have very similar feelings about that, so I know I'm not the reason.
Right.
We've kind of just mutually gone that same way together. We've bonded over it.
Yeah. But Nimit's cool. He likes to bring forth thought-provoking ideas.
He does, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I appreciate most about him. Like, you know, I was attempting to be on Threads for a bit doing that stuff too, but I just can't do it. And I don't think he's doing it much anymore, but that's all he was doing on Threads. And I'm like, dude, I don't know how you're doing this so often. Like, you have great thoughts all the time. I have maybe one a day, and you have 5 in the last hour.
Yeah.
But it's stuff like that. It's like, you know, I've talked with him about this. There's more to him than just being a photographer. And I've always felt the same way myself. Like, to me, photography is like the 7th thing about me that's relevant or important. And I think with him it's a lot the same way. And we've bonded over that. We appreciate that. And like a lot of times I feel like photographers, like, it's just photo stuff. I'm like, dude, is there any more to you than just this? That's my problem with Threads. But yeah, Nimit's a great dude.
Nimit has a lot more to him than just photography.
100%.
Yep.
And it's a great thing to see. He's just a very real person.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
know? And, you know, that needs to be recognized in people. You know?
He's such a kind dude too.
Oh,
Like, he's so friendly
absolutely.
and outgoing.
So
and-
humble and just
Yeah.
like appreciative. Like he's a great guy.
yeah. Yeah. Love Nimit.
Great
He
guy.
is the Nimit Patel on Instagram.
The Nimit Patel, the only one.
Yep.
The one and only.
Not Dr. Patel.
Not
No,
not,
not Dr.
The Nimit Patel.
right. We're not gonna try to confuse people.
No.
All right, the next one I'm gonna throw out here is my girl Madi Clark. Embark
Maddie.
with Ember is her handle on IG, but she also has a secondary account, Maddie K Photography, I think it is. But Embark with Ember is her main one. Maddie is a stud, and you know she's putting together a whole workshop in Alaska right now. Which,
Yeah.
if you didn't know, go sign up for it. 'Cause it'd be sick, and she's an amazing photographer.
Yeah.
She also was just invited to like be part of this whole Nikon event because she shoots Nikon, and like they personally invited her.
Yeah.
Which I don't know about you, but I've never been invited to a Canon thing.
I mean, either. Yeah.
I mean, she's that good.
yeah.
Like that's super dope. So like she's just a stud, and you know a lot of people like you know. I don't know if they follow her, especially in our circles or whatever, but she's great, and she's very nice, very kind, like so fun to be around,
Yeah. Yeah.
and like you know, she just deserves to be recognized.
Yeah. Her dog's so cute too.
Her dog is a very photographic
Yeah.
dog.
Very.
I have great photos of Ember sitting in a camp chair.
That's true. Yeah.
The question is, does Maddie have the followers or does Ember have the followers?
I'm not going to touch on that subject.
Yeah.
Agree or disagree?
I plead the fifth on that one. But Maddie deserves to be recognized, so please go follow her as well and sign up for that workshop. Me and Courtney were hanging out with her, a couple weeks back, and like she was talking about it, and it sounds like it's going to be an amazing trip.
Yeah, I mean that is such a huge
step.
Yeah,
Like-
it's undertaking to put on a workshop in Alaska.
That's
Like,
not easy.
No, that's not at all.
And she's doing it, but like she can. Like
Yeah.
she's going to pull it off. And it's going to be amazing.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be great.
Yeah. So, Maddie, go follow her.
Yeah, definitely do.
Chandler, I'm going to throw it over to you.
Okay, my next one. It's our good pal Jesse.
Jay Loper.
Jay Loper.
Dude, he's the
Jay
man.
Loper photos. He has been killing it in the photography game lately.
He, we've had this conversation with a few other people about, being like the most underrated photographers. Dude, Jesse's right there.
Jesse is right there, yeah.
Jesse has some incredible photos.
Yeah.
Like, he's got some amazing ones recently from Yosemite.
Yeah.
But his photos from Patagonia,
Yeah.
dude.
It's funny. Like I never really paid too much attention to his work up until I don't know, maybe 6 months ago. But I was just scrolling on Instagram one day and saw that he posted something, and I was like, "This is really good." And I was like, "Does he usually take photos like this?" Like I know he's like I've interacted with him on there before, but I've never really like paid a lot of attention to his work. And then I went to his page, and I was just blown away, especially by the Patagonia stuff. I was like, "This is where's he been? Like why is he not more recognized for this?"
He is an incredible photographer. I mean, and honestly, to top it off even better, he's just a great guy.
He really is.
He's
Yeah.
such a fun dude to hang out with.
Yeah.
I think I've been out with him, met up with him twice now, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
He's such a great guy. And fun fact, he's also part of a fun experience with me. The first time I was ever recognized publicly was by him.
That's why you like him so much.
I mean, we have a good bond, dude. It's awesome. But we were up at Lake Blanche. I was with our buddy Quentin, and we're coming down, and Jesse sees me coming down, and I saw him with the camera, so I kind of waved like, "Hey, you get some good photos?" He's like, probably not," or some funny comment like that. And then kind of just said goodbye or whatever, have a good night. And he's like, "Hey, are you Luke?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, I listen to your podcast. And I was like, wow, that's wild.
Yeah,
And it was the first time I've ever been recognized like that publicly. It's because of what we do with this.
Yeah.
But I was like, how'd you know it was me? It's like the mustache and the hair. And I was like, yeah, that
It makes sense.
that's fitting.
It's tracking. Yeah.
But yeah, he's a great dude.
He really is. Yeah.
Like, please go follow him and like go hang out with him if you can. He does some really cool stuff. Great guy to be around.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So, BDOTES, you're up next.
All right, this next guy, probably going to butcher his last name. Matt Purciel, Purciel. So he's a fellow Californian. He was California_Matt, but now he's Utah_Matt because he just moved out here.
It's a better name.
That's easy enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. He takes great photos. He's one who would respond to my stories, and he was like, "Hey, I'm moving out to Utah." I'm like, "Dude, let us know when you get here. We'll hang out." Haven't hung out with him yet, but we're planning it.
I like it. Plans are in the work. Obviously, I don't know Matt.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go follow him
I
after
told him,
this
I was
episode.
like, "Dude, we're gonna get you with the dudes."
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, like again, I'm hearing his name for the first time, but like we'll make sure we follow him. He gets invited out to do stuff and everything, and I can't wait to meet him.
Yeah. Yeah. Same.
It's gonna be great. So I'm sure he's got great work too.
Yeah.
So
He does. I promise.
be better.
I do.
Awesome. Well, Matt, glad it was Matt_Utah, right?
Utah.
Utah. Sorry, I had it
Yeah.
backwards. Yeah. Go follow him. Can't wait to meet him. And I don't think we mentioned, but Jesse is J Loper Photos.
Yeah.
On Instagram.
Yep.
So just make sure we hit
I think
that.
it's maybe jloper.photos. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But
Either way, if you search that, you'll find it. But J Loper. Next one I'm going to mention is Corey Lynch.
I was
C
thinking about
C
mentioning
Lynch
him too.
Photos, I
Yeah.
think is his. Yeah, C Lynch Photos
C.
is
Lynch
his
Photos.
handle on Instagram. Corey's a guy that, he initially had me on his podcast. He had Courtney on his podcast, you on the podcast.
was, yeah.
Then I basically gave him the name of everyone we do stuff with.
Somebody here else in this room is going to be on his podcast because somebody nominated him.
Oh, BDOTES.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yep.
But I just want to say, like, dude, Corey, like, that you're trying to do this podcast thing now too. Like, you've joined this space with us. I love it.
Yeah.
Like, it's great. We meet all these photo people and everything, and it's always fun to get out and hang out with these guys. But to have like another friend now in the podcasting space is honestly one of the most exciting things for me.
Yeah.
Like, that is so cool, and I want Corey's podcast to do so well. Like, hopefully we can grow together with it and everything. But it's such a unique endeavor that most people that we do stuff with would never bother to take.
Yeah.
'Cause it's not easy to.
It's not, no.
To do what we do is not easy with the podcast.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of work. It's time, and to be consistent with it, it's tough.
Yeah.
But Corey's going for it, and I seriously hope that he can just kill it.
Yeah.
And he's going to. He's done a great job with it so far.
He does, yeah.
And and I'm not even talking about his photos. His photos are incredible too. Like, he's a great photographer, but like, I just love the fact that he's pursuing this new avenue with this stuff, and I want him to succeed more than most other people. Like, I want to see him do so well.
Yeah. Same. Yeah.
So I just think that's super cool.
Yeah. I like it. Good dude.
Yeah.
So,
So I think we'll go back to you, Chandler.
okay.
What you got?
Okay, my next guy. This is a guy I've never met him before, and I've just kind of interacted with him here and there on Instagram. But I've been seeing more of his stuff lately, so I wanted to shout him out. And but this is Aaron Sweet. So I don't know if his last name is actually Sweet. His username is Aaron Sweet, but then on his Instagram it just has Aaron as his name. But great local photographer. He's here in Salt Lake. It seems like a really nice guy from the interactions that I've had with him, and just commenting on each other's photos and stuff. And it talked about. He messaged me one time when we were talking about the podcast and the videos that we're putting out on Bushwhackers YouTube page, and he's just been a really nice guy. And like I said, I haven't got a chance to get out with him yet, but he's here in Salt Lake, so make sure you go follow him and try to get out with him. So,
Yeah, I know the name. I believe I follow him.
Yeah.
I don't recall any conversation I've ever had with him, but I know generally of who he is, and I know he's got good stuff at least.
Yeah.
Because again, there's an inkling of that name that sticks out, but I can't recall much. But yeah, Aaron, we gotta connect.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be fun to get out with you, and again, just grow this whole circle and bring you in, and be a great time.
Yeah, I agree. So Aaron Sweet.
Aaron.Sweet, right? I
Just
think?
Sweet.
Oh, just Aaron Sweet.
Yeah, just Aaron Sweet.
Perfect.
Yep.
Perfect. Okay, BDOTES.
So next guy, I actually followed him before I ever got involved with any Bushwhacker stuff. Taylor Dalton, TD cameraman.
TD is the man.
We-
his
love TD.
his doggone lightning bolt capture.
Dude, that's just like one of the
That's the
coolest
OG
photos.
one?
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Like,
Yeah.
there's not gonna be many photos I'll ever see that are gonna top that.
Oh,
I think
no.
that
What
was
an
that was a 9 out of
incredible
10 luck photo right there.
And he will admit as much. He's like, I didn't even know I had it until I got back down. Mm-hmm.
But even the recent stuff he's been doing with Canvas Cutter, like, he's living the life.
Oh, he really is.
He's
It's
living
perfect for him,
his
too.
best life. Yeah.
I'm jealous. Like, I've told him that. I'm like, dude, I want to do this part time. But yeah, some of the captures he's getting, it's like the Wild West. He's got people on horses,
Yeah. Yeah.
just out in the mountains, just chilling.
Yeah. And I forget, have you met him in person?
I haven't.
So like it fits his personality so well too.
He's
Like
such a fun dude.
it's just because like we've done a lot of stuff with him, and yeah, what he's doing with Canvas Cutter, all of his Western stuff, it just fits him so he falls right into that role.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think just like you said, he's living his best life.
Yeah.
And I love that for him.
he's so much
And,
fun.
Yeah, like I hope he does so well with that, and like he can get great photos. He's got a little career going out of this now. Like, it's amazing, and like I'm so happy he's got that. It's awesome. So
Yeah.
and TD Cameraman is his handle on Instagram, just so everyone can go follow him.
Yep.
Worth the follow. He's got great content.
One of the best dudes out there, and great
Yeah.
photographer obviously as well.
Okay, I'm going to throw another guy out here.
Throw him.
Yeah, and this guy is one of the first guys that I have connected with on Instagram before we started any of this Bushwhacker stuff. He's got 2 accounts, and I'm going to butcher his last name because, sorry, I don't know how to say it well, but it's Robert Pietrzyk. I don't know how to say it, but he goes by Peach.
That's an easy one.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to say that. But the account
or something like that.
the account that I first saw was Peach Hikes, but he's also got another account, Shots by Peach, and he's a great dude. I mean, he's a phenomenal photographer. He's got incredible range of what he can do. He's just he's trying to make it work with freelance and everything and do that, and I hope he can do it because he's got good stuff, and he's out in Philly, and I know he would like to get out. I've actually talked to him. He wants to maybe move here.
Yeah.
So, Peach, dude, you want to come out?
It's a lot of fun out here.
It is a lot of fun.
yeah.
We have a lot of fun. Maybe too much fun. But he's a great dude. I've chatted with him a lot, and I really love his work. I think he's a great photographer. And, I don't know how many people out here know who he is because, again, he lives out east. But he comes out occasionally, goes to these spots, and, I think he just deserves to be recognized.
He definitely does. Yeah, no, he's got great stuff, and he's out here occasionally, going hiking around and what. Like I think he recently was out here in the Tetons, but
He's been Tetons, he's been Yosemite, he's been a handful of places. Just kind of makes trips here or there when he can.
yeah.
But he's a great dude. He's worthy of a follow, 100%.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, 100%.
Chandler, you're next.
My turn. Yeah. So, this guy I've never another guy I've never met before. Honestly, I don't even know. I don't even know what he looks like because he doesn't have like his face as a profile picture, but he posts phenomenal work, and he's a really nice guy. Like I've chatted with him a bunch on Instagram, where we both constantly comment and share each other's stuff or whatever. But it's Brandt Ryder.
Yeah,
I believe he's out in Colorado.
He's incredible.
He's phenomenal. He's one of my favorite landscape photographers.
Some of the best astro work out there.
Yeah, I mean it's unlike anything I've really ever seen.
Yeah, I haven't chatted with him much, but his work is stunning.
It's incredible. Yeah,
like there's few people I can think of that compare to his work.
Yeah, there really are few.
And honestly, I think at least the first one that comes to mind is like one of his buddies he goes out and shoots with, doing all that stuff. Like,
yeah.
But Brandt is,
and I know who you're talking about. But yeah,
Brandt's a phenomenal photographer.
Yeah, and he seems like a fun, nice guy.
Yeah.
So highly recommend going and following him. I hope we can meet up with him at some point. There's a lot of those guys in Colorado that'd be so fun.
100%.
They're so good, and it would be so fun to go shoot with those guys.
I'm not thrilled about the idea of staying up late for Astro with Brandt, but I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll make the sacrifice.
For the experience.
Yeah, absolutely. But Brandt Ryder Photography.
Brandt Ryder Photography,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, go follow him on Instagram.
Highly recommend.
Absolutely. Okay. BDOTES, I think you got one more, right?
I do.
Let's hear it.
I've mentioned him before, but he's worthy of bringing up again. Our buddy Ashton, XC_Jones Media.
I think it's XC Jones _
XC
media.
Jones
But either way,
Something like that.
great dude.
Yeah.
Ashton Jones, yep.
One of the best guys we've met. So fun.
Another dude who's like, you want to go do this? Yep. All right.
Dude,
let's
he's
do
up
it.
for anything.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's almost a little up for too much, I think. He suggests something that's really dumb, and I think he'd do it. But that's just what makes him who he is, dude.
Yeah.
He's a great guy to hang out with, He is, I think, maybe a little too obsessed with wildlife, but he
But
loves
he does
it.
a good job of taking
He
pictures
does a
of
great
it.
job.
Yeah. Some of my favorite conversations about either wildlife or just cameras in general I've had with Ashton. I mean, like there was one morning we went camping one time, and we woke up, shot sunrise, and everybody was leaving, and then Ashton and I stayed around. We were camping kind of locally, so people just kind of left and went home. Ashton and I stood around and talked for another hour after everybody left, just about random little cameras and I got this little Canon camera, it's waterproof, and I'm going to take it on a rafting trip, and it's a little film camera.
Dude, I swear, this dude Ashton can talk about bears forever.
Yeah.
He will never run out of things to talk about with bears,
No.
or moose, or whatever.
And he's got so many stories.
He's got some of the coolest stories I've ever heard.
Oh yeah,
I mean, this dude's just like an all-one package, man. He's a great dude.
yeah. If you want a good photography buddy, he's your guy.
Oh, he's a great guy to have tag along.
Yeah.
Going back to the random camera talk, me, him, and Nimit were on a hike of a sudden he just whips this little like I don't know Panasonic like point
Yeah.
and shoot thing. And
Yeah,
he's like
yeah.
"Phew," just
Yeah.
like taking. I'm like, where'd you get that thing? He's like, I don't know. I found it online
found
and
it.
I just took it along.
Yeah, I love that. I love random little cameras, and so I love that it's something that I guess maybe we share, and so I don't know. He's a fun guy. So and yeah, he's down for everything. Has incredible stories, incredible photos.
He moved back to Montana though.
Yeah, which is one of the saddest
makes us sad.
things. Yeah,
Wish he was here still.
yeah.
But we got to move on.
Yep, we
to the
do.
next person. I'm going to throw out another guy, and he's a good friend of the show. We've had an episode inspired by him recently, and we haven't actually met this guy in person yet, but seemingly everyone we know has been in touch with this guy.
Had some sort of experience with him. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean more so just through social media. Like I don't know anyone who's actually met him.
but that's what I.
But it is our buddy Mathias Mogensen, otherwise known as Gumby Nomad.
Gumby Nomad.
Gumby Nomad, dude. Gumby, you are a legend.
He is. Yeah,
Like this guy, he's got like just one of the best senses of humor
yeah.
that I've ever met.
It's hilarious.
He'll just send me random stuff, and I'm like, dude, this is how is this on your feed?
Well, it's funny for a guy who lives in Alaska.
Well, he's in Colorado now. If you didn't know that, yeah, he's
Oh.
back down south.
What? I
Yeah.
didn't know that. I thought he was still making his way
no,
back down.
he's in Colorado. He's gonna work at a climbing gym out there. I was just talking with him the other day.
What?
Colorado's a lot closer to Utah than Alaska.
It's a lot
A
closer.
little bit, not much, but a little bit.
At least 3 miles.
Yeah.
A minimum, yeah. No, but it's funny. So, like, for a guy who lived in Alaska for so long, he's like a legend down here in Utah.
Dude,
Like, all these people know who he is.
see, he interacts with like everyone we know stuff. Like he's
Yeah.
just like I see his name everywhere, and
Yeah.
like he's just such a fun dude to talk to.
Yeah,
and,
he is, yeah.
Like he's one of these guys. Like I know if he was here, he'd just be such a great friend to have around.
Do you ever watch his videos on YouTube?
No.
He posts a lot of vlogs and stuff on YouTube. And, like, he's just going, like, camping in his truck and stuff. But, yeah, he's fun to watch.
Like
So.
there's a lot of people right that I want to eventually meet one day and hang out with. But, like, dude, he's top of that list.
He
Like
is,
he's
yeah.
He just posted like a 5-minute YouTube video. And he's like, I drove out to get this picture. It's probably going to suck. I'm going to post it anyways.
Yeah.
Takes it. Here it is. That's the video.
yeah.
dude, he's a guy, dude. Like I love everything about him, his vibe and everything, and he's just. I wish he was here and we could hang out with him more.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, he seems like such a great dude.
Yeah, he really does.
So please go follow Gumby Nomad. That's his handle on Instagram.
Yeah.
You can call him Gumby. We reference him as Gumby all the time.
I don't know why his name is Gumby, but
Well, so here I can share that. I actually asked
you
him.
know. Oh,
Yeah, I asked him. I was like, dude, I hope you're okay. We just like referred to you as Gumby. And he's like, oh, that's 100% cool. And like he said, a Gumby is someone who just kind of like knows a little bit about a lot. It's like a novice in all things or whatever, and like just is always just trying to learn. I'm like, dude, everyone needs to be a little more Gumby.
I always, when I think of Gumby, I always think of like the green cartoon, like Play-Doh guy, from like the 90s.
No.
You don't know what I'm talking about?
I know who you're talking about.
I hope you
but
know what to talk
It
about.
also fits him because he works at a climbing gym, and Gumbies are like newbie climbers who aren't good or just
I
like
didn't know that.
yeah. So I bet that's what he was going for with
Yeah.
that.
I call
But-
my dog Gumby when he does dumb things.
Yeah,
I don't know why,
but Gumby's just a great name for him. It's like an iconic name.
Yeah,
It's so cool.
that's great.
Like yeah, you could say Gumby and I'd know right who it was.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
What a guy. So go
What a guy.
follow him, Gumby Nomad.
Definitely follow Gumby. Yeah,
Chandler, how many you got left in your list there?
I got 2.
2? Okay. Why don't you do both of yours? Because the last, I think, 3 of mine kind of all fit a similar theme, and I want to just touch on that. So.
Okay. So the first one I want to do is this guy. Again, this is a running theme with my guys, but I haven't met him, just interacted with him a lot on Instagram, and I see a lot of his stuff. But this is Nickolas Warner. Phenomenal landscape photographer. Every single shot he's ever posted is some new composition, new photo in some new place I've never seen before. And it's like stuff in Utah. And I'm like, how are you doing this? How are you finding these places and stuff? And I love what he does. I love his approach to editing his photos. I love his it's just like the way that he approaches landscape photography in general. And hey, it just seems like a cool, fun guy. So, and like I said, I love and admire his photography. He's one of my favorite landscape photographers, just in general. Like he's become one of my favorites very quickly. And what is his handle? I think it's just Nickolas Warner, honestly.
If it's not, we'll make sure it's in the caption.
Yeah,
or something.
it'll be
We'll
in the
make sure you
description.
guys have
But
it.
I believe, yeah, I'm pretty certain it's just at Nickolas Warner. But phenomenal work. So definitely recommend going and following him.
Yeah, again, I don't. The name is familiar, but I don't know if I really know much about his work. But
follow
again, coming from someone like you, I'm sure it's great. So.
Yeah, it's good. It's really great. So
Cool. Go follow Nickolas. It'd be awesome.
yeah.
Okay, you got one more?
One more, and this is he's been brought up on the show here and there, and he's been out here a few times. This is my good friend Bryce Docherty.
Dude, I was so hoping you get. I was literally over here. I'm like, I don't know who you got left, but I was like, if you don't mention him, I was like, I'm gonna throw him in there for you.
Yeah,
Because I'll let you talk about him.
dude, Bryce is the man. I was talking to him the other day, and oh my gosh, he's just his work. First off,
The best.
it's the best I've ever seen. I mean,
He's the best video guy I've ever met.
yeah, he really is. He's a cinematographer. He's made like short film. He's working on several short films right now, and yeah, he's the best cinematographer I've ever met, known, seen ever. And I look up to his work so much, and I've been grateful that my entire career in photography like has been in like I don't know conjunction with him. Like we met when we both were starting, and we've both gone on so many different photo trips and stuff. We went to Oregon together. We've gone to Southern Utah several times. We've gone to Idaho, and it's just he's a good dude, and he's so fun to get out with. He's a fun guy. He's got such a great energy about him, and I feel a little bit bad for him right now because I don't know if you follow
Yeah, he's
him.
got something he's dealing with.
Yeah, he's got he lives out in Illinois.
I mean, first of all, that's just bad on
That's
its own.
bad already, yeah. Which, by the way, apparently he's looking at houses in Salt Lake.
Bryce,
Yeah,
make it happen.
this is what he
dude.
told me the other day. But
It's fun out here. I've said
it
it
is very
before.
fun.
Too
yeah.
much fun.
I've tried to convince him.
You gotta be careful. It's too much fun out here.
But so, and I think what's probably going to maybe push him to do this, I'm hoping. I don't hope that this is going to sound weird saying that I hope this, because what's going on with him is not great. But the house that he lives in, it's a little bit of an older home, and he found black mold in it, like this toxic black mold, and it made him really sick over the last few months. So like we've been planning on going on a trip at some point in the last 4 or 5 months, but like nothing's ever actually happened, and it's just because like he's been so sick from this mold, and it took him forever to figure it out and stuff, and so he's just been having a hard time lately. But so I really just want to give him a shout out because he's a great dude, and he's so dang good at what he does. So
Yeah, I want to like just piggyback off that a little bit, and really, I'm just gonna restate what you said. But one, he's just a great dude. He's
Yeah.
he's so fun.
Yeah.
He's got a wit about him that's just awesome. He's a great guy to hang with. But his work, like you can't say this enough. His work is phenomenal.
yeah,
Like I said, he's the best video guy I've ever met.
Mm-hmm.
I look at his stuff, I'm like, I have no idea how you do that.
yeah,
Like it's incredible
Yeah.
stuff. And a little while back we had Michael Pitts in town. He was hanging out, and he's trying to get into some video stuff too. And I was trying to talk to Michael about the difference between like good and great video work, because that's kind of where he's trying to get into. And I kid you not, and Bryce, I want you to know this. I pulled up Bryce's work, his website, and I showed Michael all of his stuff. I was like, this is the standard.
yeah,
I was like, if you want to make good money and make great content, study this guy's stuff.
yeah,
Because of everyone we've met, we know people who dabble in video and stuff, and yeah, you do a fine job. Like, and I think I made this point to Michael too. Like, you do video, Chandler, like, and you do a good job with it. But I'm sorry, you are nowhere near Bryce's level.
No. And the only reason that I'm even at the level that I'm at is because I spent so much time with Bryce. The
Yeah.
reason that I contribute so much of my development as not only a photographer, but especially as a videographer to Bryce, and to seeing
Absolutely.
like how he does it. Like he's been one of the biggest inspirations to me in this
Yeah.
creative field.
And
So-
you've had like a couple videos and stuff you've made with clips and everything, and some of Bryce's clips are in those videos.
They are, yeah.
Like videos he's taken. And Michael had seen some of those videos, and I was like, oh, what do you like about those? He's like, oh, this shot's cool. This shot's. I'm like,
Yeah.
those are Bryce's shots.
Bryce's shots,
Like
yeah.
the best shots in the entire video
Yeah.
are Bryce's, and it's like you can just there's something different about what he does and it's just incredible.
Yeah.
Like there's no other way to describe it.
Yeah.
Like his stuff is top notch.
Yeah. I also want to point out too that Bryce is just down for anything. I mean, this guy, I don't know if you know this about him, but like he has a history of just buying plane tickets and going to like Finland and Thailand and Iceland and the Faroe Islands and Oregon here in Utah. Like he's done this so many times, but he'll buy tickets to just, he's like, you know what? I'm going to go to Norway. And he just buys tickets to go to Norway, and then they go hike all these crazy mountains, and he's not like prepping to go hike things. He's just like, yeah, I'm gonna go do it, and I'm gonna go have a great time doing it. I'm gonna go experience life. So
It's the way you should be.
yeah,
He's a pro.
yeah,
He's a G. He's the man.
he's great guy.
So please go follow Bryce.
Bryce Docherty.
He's not super active on social media. But that's because, and I think I made this point somewhere, I forget where, but like that's just because he's killing it in real life.
Yeah,
He doesn't need social media.
Yeah, no.
Like
And
he's,
it also, like, I mean, he has all of the. I mean, just to. What's the word I'm looking for? Well, so like, if you watch his videos on YouTube, like, he doesn't have like a huge YouTube following. I think he has about the same amount of subscribers as we do, but he's got guys like Sam Newton
commented
and
on his video.
Mark Bone, and like all these big guys are
Like-
commenting on his stuff. Like, great work, dude. This is phenomenal.
Yeah, like Bryce is like a guy.
Yeah.
Dude. He's up there.
Yeah,
You know, no one's gonna know who he is, but like you should.
yeah,
And like I feel grateful that I got to meet him through you. Like
Yeah.
he stayed at our house. You know, like, dude, he's a great dude.
great guy. Yeah.
Great guy.
If you ever want to go on a fun trip, go on a fun trip with Bryce Docherty. So
Yeah. Well, I'm happy you met. I literally said, I'm like, oh, we never talked about him. Like, you need to mention him.
yeah.
And I was like, if you don't, I'm going to for you. So I'm happy we got his name out there.
Yeah.
All right, I got 3 guys I want to end with. And there's a little bit of a theme to this. They are guys who are all great photographers, first and foremost. You know, all their work is great. But they are guys who don't necessarily live in places that allows them to get the same kind of exposure or anything like that that we get here simply by living in Utah or just generally the West.
Yeah.
You know, these guys don't live in these insanely photographic places.
Mm-hmm.
2 of them are in the Midwest. I'm sympathetic to that. And, you know, it's one of these things that the great photographers, you know, can find good stuff anywhere. And that's what these guys do, you know. But because they don't get out to Zion all the time or Tetons, it's just they go unnoticed. And for whatever reason, like that's not right. They need to be seen, and you know that's the point of this show is to try to hype these guys up, make sure that everyone out there, hopefully, if they're in touch with our circles, they know who these people are because they deserve to be mentioned right alongside so many people we do stuff daily with.
Yeah.
So the first guy I want to mention, and I know this is one that you have definitely at least a good connection with as well, and that's Jacob Dilley.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, I'm so glad you mentioned it.
Dude,
yeah.
Jacob Dilley's the man. One, he's great on the guitar too.
Dude, yeah.
And which, all the way, we didn't mention it, but Peach, dude, Robert, you're also great on the guitar
Yeah.
too. Like, we need like some big jam session.
We really do. I've had several conversations with Peach and Jacob, both of them about guitar
Yeah.
stuff.
I have a drum kit right back here.
There we go.
See, we got the band together, guys. We got to make it happen. But dude, Jacob Dilley, like, your work is phenomenal.
It's so good.
And he's in Ohio, and I know how bad Ohio is, you know, firsthand experience. But it doesn't matter. Like, he still gets phenomenal stuff when he goes out. And if you put him out here in Utah, forget about it, dude. I mean, everyone would know his name.
Yep.
Okay, I don't know how many people know his account or anything, but like, he deserves to be seen
Oh, he does.
by everyone
yeah.
out here. Just the way it is.
Yep.
You know, but he's one of the first guys that come to mind. You know?
Yeah.
Doesn't live out in the ideal place to do what we do, but he's incredible.
Yeah.
And he seems like a phenomenal dude too.
Oh, he does. Yeah.
Like all 3 of these guys. Now, I guess 2 of them actually have met, but like Jacob, I will say too, is high on my list of guys that I want to get out, meet, and shoot with.
yeah.
Like
Same. Yeah.
he's in maybe top 5 off the top of my head.
Mhm.
Like, and Jacob, I'll go to Ohio to shoot with you.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's saying a lot.
Yeah. Go to
I
Cleveland.
mean,
do street
it's
photography.
hard for me to want to go to Ohio, but I will do it. Like if we can make it happen, like let's do it.
Yeah.
Be worth it.
Jacob and I have Instagram history as well because I think we've been friends on Instagram for over 3 years now. So he was one of my first like people on Instagram that I started interacting with in 2020. So.
Yeah, and that's what I know. You've had a little bit of connection with him before, which is awesome. And I think I found him through you.
Yeah.
So that's great.
I think I have a guess at your next one.
I know his next one.
Well,
I know his next two.
I was going to say, you guys might know both of these.
Yeah.
But the next I want to mention, and I got to meet this guy. He's one of my oldest Instagram contacts as well. I wish I could remember the first thing that we were talking about when we met up, but the first thing like we said to each other on Instagram. I can't remember what it was now. I have a screenshot on my phone. But this dude lives in Arkansas. Mm-hmm. He's got no one out there, dude. Like, he's got no one to shoot with. I mean, there's a handful of guys out, but it's not like what we have here. By no means is like what we have out here. And that's Matt Johnsgard.
Yeah.
Like, this dude is just a phenomenal guy. Like, top-class guy. His family's awesome. Arkansas, low-key, is amazing. Mm-hmm. Like, that northern part of Arkansas, the Ozarks, incredible. But Matt is a guy who will go out, you know, every day. He's got waterfalls right by his house, basically.
Yeah.
Big waterfall guy. But
he gets phenomenal waterfall photos.
It's phenomenal stuff.
It's so good.
He's such a great photographer. And again, he lives in a place that he's not going to get recognized for it.
Yeah.
And it's a shame. You know, when I told people I was going to Arkansas for 9-10 days, they're like, "What?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Trust me."
Yeah.
I was like, "I'm going to a place that's beautiful, and I'm going to see a guy who's just a great dude and great photographer."
I remember, I don't know if we have a group chat with a bunch of local photographers, and our buddy Taylor Seymour got on there and was like, "Guys, I'm going to Arkansas for fall," and people were like,
"What's there in Arkansas?
What's in Arkansas?"
And like, and I saw that, and I was like, "Dude, my buddy Matt's out there, and there's a lot out there."
Yeah, you find good stuff.
But it's just one of those things. Like, you know, I feel bad that he loves his life out there. So don't get me wrong, like, he likes it there.
Yeah.
But it's
Arkansas's
like,
beautiful.
Yeah,
so.
but it's like I feel bad that he's not going to get the same kind of recognition that he deserves.
Yeah.
You know, because again, he's just like Jacob. If he was out here, like, he would be seen with just like all of us.
Absolutely.
I mean, he's got incredible stuff.
Yeah, he's phenomenal.
Yeah, and
great work.
And he doesn't just do waterfalls, mind you, too. He's great at landscapes as well.
Yeah.
And again, I want to stress too, like, with a lot of these guys, because this is more what I try to, like, what I really attach more to in people. Matt is just a wonderful guy. Mm-hmm. Like, his character, top class.
Yeah.
Like, those are the people that you should really be searching out.
Yeah, absolutely.
And trying to connect with. So, Matt Johnsy is his handle on Instagram. Make sure you go follow him. Jacob Dilley is just his name, Jacob Dilley. We didn't mention that, but Matt, like, dude, you're the man. So keep it up, dude. Like, really, keep it up.
Yeah.
And the last guy, again, you know, I think you guys can know him. You mentioned his name earlier, actually, but it's my buddy RB.
That was my guess earlier.
Yeah. Richard Brown, dude. RB, and I want to end with him because this dude is trapped in Illinois too. I got to go meet him over Christmas break last year.
I remember that. Yeah.
When I went home, and we connected for a little while before when chatting. Dude, again, RB is just a great guy, and his handle, just make sure we don't forget this, is RB Photos 12. So go find him on Instagram. But RB's a great dude. And, like, you know, I got to chat with him for a long time. We're walking through the woods in the winter, and his dog Sawyer is awesome too. So photogenic.
Yeah. I was gonna say, he's got a cute dog. So.
Yeah, but
that's bonus points already.
Absolutely. So. But it's one of those things. In chatting with him and just getting to see him, you know, work and take photos, it's like, one, like, just like the other guys we mentioned, if you were out here, Robert or Richard, like, dude, it'd be a lot different for you on Instagram if that's what you want, you know. But, like, you're a great photographer, and you should never, and this goes for anyone who lives in places like the Midwest, but if you ever, like, think less of yourself because you live in a place like the Midwest, stop.
Yeah.
Like, you can be great. And Richard's a great example of this. Jacob's a great, like, all these guys are great examples of this. You can have great skill and talent and not live in Utah where it's so easy to look like you're incredible, you know? And the other thing with Richard too is, like, I know if he was out here, he'd be a really good friend. Like, he's a great dude, and I wish he could come out here and experience what we get to do on a regular basis. You know, just one of those things. Like I wish he could be around more.
Yeah.
Just like these other guys. I wish they could be around more and we could hang out because it would be a lot of fun to get to know these guys even more than we do now.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Great photographer. So, and I haven't interacted with him as much as you have. I have interacted with him here and there, but yeah, very nice guy. So
Yeah, again, just like I said with Matt, like just high class guy.
Yeah.
Just wonderful character. Like, I mean, everything you could ask for in a dude. I mean, it's just the things that matter. Like that's what I'm hoping, like, with these guys, with all these people, it's like hopefully they realize like what we see in them and they want to keep pushing forward, doing their work, whatever it is they want to do. Like, we support them wholeheartedly.
Oh yeah.
And again, a lot of these people, they don't get the recognition that, someone like you get, someone like whatever, like, but they deserve it. Just because they live somewhere or whatever, they don't have the followers. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, these people deserve attention.
Absolutely. Yep.
So, well, that was a lot.
That was a
A
lot.
lot of names, but it was good. Like, we need that. Again, people need to be seen. And if that's our position with our platform to do that, I want to make sure we go above and beyond for all these people. That's like with Corey. Like, I gave him like 30 names to have on his podcast.
Yeah.
And maybe that was a little like, over the top, and I took some names away from other people to suggest. But like, honestly, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I want to make sure all these people get seen.
That's what, when I was on, he was like, let's have you nominate some people. And I was like, Luke already nominated the entire planet, so I don't know who to.
Yeah, I mean, I did a lot of that like behind the scenes, but like,
Yeah.
so you still could have named people publicly, but
yeah.
but like, it's just one of those things. Like, our platform is different. We want to make sure that people get seen for what they are.
Absolutely,
Like, I don't
yeah.
care if people follow me. It doesn't matter to me
Yeah.
whatsoever. But like, there's a lot of people out there that need to be seen.
Yeah.
And just the way it is.
Yeah. The funnest part about the outdoors and just photography for me is the aspect that it can be a group effort. Like we can do this all together. We can grow together, and if we're already like, if some of us are already really good, or some of us aren't as good, like we can all build each other up. We can all work together, and it
Yeah,
sounds very
like,
kumbaya, but it is. Like
we're not
it's-
competing with any of these guys.
Yeah, no.
These guys are people. They're
Yeah.
our friends. And like, I don't care, what the situation is. I want to see these guys succeed
Yeah, absolutely.
and grow and be just, good people. And
Yeah.
it's so fun to have this opportunity to do this.
Yeah.
And it's fitting for, to do this around Christmas time.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that's, again, it's kind of what this whole season's about,
Mhm.
And so it's just it's a great thing we can do.
Yeah.
So, all right, well, we've reached the point in the episode where, if you've been following along recently since we started up in new Studio B, every episode we are adding a new item to the back of our table here.
Yes.
We've been through, I don't know how many weeks this is, but, every week at the end of the episode, we are adding a new little trinket or item, whatever, to the table, a little symbolic thing. Just, we're growing. And we'd like to include anyone at home listening or watching to this show to participate and send us something we'll put up there.
Yeah.
Courtney a few weeks ago gave us this little llama doll to throw on here. It's cute and stands up right there in the middle.
Yeah.
But it's cool. We can have people like that contribute and be a part of this. That's what, again, this whole episode is about. We want more people to be part of this.
Yeah.
What we're trying to do. And
Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
important to us. So feel free to send us something.
Yeah.
We'd love to feature it and give you a shout out on the episode. So, what do you got for us today, Chandler?
Okay, so this kind of fits in to this whole episode because this kind of gives us an opportunity to shout out one bonus person.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah, and that is our friend. If you know, I mean, you're really probably the only one who's going to know what this is, but this is for our friend Patrycja.
Oh my gosh, this is amazing.
Yeah, so
Patty,
this is Patrycja from across the border. If I can open this
P.
up.
Dizzle,
Yeah, from in the land of Canada.
a legend in these
The
parts.
Great White North.
The Great White North. This is a little piece
oh
of
my
crap.
Gosh, the story behind this.
Yeah, this is a little piece of crap, cheap. I think probably $100 drone.
There's no way
And-
that's $100.
I think yeah. It doesn't seem like it. I think it might be, but it's like a little toy drone. It has a little like crappy camera on it. It doesn't the camera doesn't even move up or down, and there's no it doesn't stabilize. It's just the worst piece of drone equipment ever on the planet. And last year in spring, almost 2 years ago now, in spring of 2022, we were moving into the house that we lived in,
Yeah.
and Patrycja was at the
She
time.
was around. And
She was
hanging
around,
out.
yeah. And I was moving some of my stuff into the house, and I come upstairs, and Luke and Patrycja had hidden this drone in my room, and then when I walked in, they lifted it up and they started chasing me through the house with it. And it's like, again, it's the most unstable, impossible to fly drone ever. So I'm like, I'm going to die because this thing is uncontrollably flying around, and I'm just going to chop off my head probably. And it's just a really funny memory. And it always, every time I see it, it reminds me of Patrycja.
Oh,
So-
we were terrorizing you with that.
You were. It was awful.
Like every time you come up, I have like set up to go again.
Yeah.
It's like chasing you. I think we sent it like down the stairs at one point too,
Yeah.
like while you're trying to like run away from it.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
Oh, it was such a good day.
it was fun. Yeah. But yeah, it always makes me think of Patrycja. And so,
Dude, Patty's the best.
yeah.
P Dizzle, miss you, dog. P Podsky.
Podsky, yeah. Podsky,
She's the best.
yeah. And she's a great photographer too.
Well,
So,
another one of these people who's so underrated.
yeah. Oh, absolutely. And she's so like harsh on her
She's
stuff
so
too,
much
and
better than me. Like
Yeah.
it's not even funny. Like
She barely even tries, and it's like, how did you get that?
yeah,
So,
she's amazing. But yeah, love you, girl.
yeah.
Okay, well, that's it. That's all we got for today. Love that the drone got added. That's a great story.
That's what I was
I'm
thinking,
like, what are you talking about? I have no idea. And even when you pulled the drone, I was like, what is that? I was like, oh, that's the drone.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
the infamous drone.
And now, if you notice, BDOTES is in a perfect spot. I can take off and go straight at him.
That's why I didn't bring the remote.
But if he ducks, then it's going to hit me.
2 birds, 1 stone. Terrorize Chandler and hit my producer.
Yep.
I like it.
We don't want him to quit already.
Yeah.
It's only been 7 episodes. We don't want him to quit already.
Yeah.
I'm not going to quit.
Or maybe we do.
I don't know. Either way, we have reached the end of this episode. So we're going to end there. Again, please send us something. Put it on the back here. And if you have other people you'd like to shout out, please throw them in the comments. You know, tag them, whatever you need to do. We'll make sure anyone who deserves to get seen on these platforms. You know, kind of feel it's our obligation to do that.
Yep, absolutely.
All right. We'll see you guys later.
Bye.